Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do the $50 makeup challenge. I went to Walmart, got as much products as I could. A lot of you guys asked me on Instagram to do more natural makeup looks, so I decided, you know what? Why don't I also make this a challenge? Why don't I also just try to challenge myself to keep in a budget at the same time as giving you guys a realistic natural makeup look, if that makes sense. You guys said no lashes, none of that good stuff, so it's gonna be really simple but cute, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I went to Walmart. I tried to get everything. Actually, originally, I tried my best to do a $30 challenge, but that didn't really work out. It was literally near to impossible for me. I couldn't get anything, guys. I couldn't get anything. Even the $50 challenge had me stressed, but you know what? I think I did a pretty good job. I will insert a clip right now of my shopping process so you guys can see what I got at Walmart and everything, and then we'll come right back and we'll get into this look. Hey guys, so I am currently at Walmart trying to do this $50 makeup challenge, but I'm gonna try my best. So yeah, let's do this. Alright, so first thing I'm gonna start off is with some brow product. Guys, I cannot afford brow pencils, sadly. So we're gonna get with this brow pomade and powder. I haven't used brow pomades for a long time, but this is all we can afford. It's like $3.97. So yeah, we're gonna go with this and should be a good shade. So first thing off the list. Awkward, I'm trying to record. Is she done? Okay, cool. Okay, so now we're good with brows. Let's go for some blush. So now I'm gonna grab this blush kit, another e.l.f. product, because e.l.f. just seems like they have everything on a budget for me right now. So I'm gonna use this as a blush and an eyeshadow. It's gonna be super cute. So yeah, that's the next thing. Let me just throw that in there. There we go. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do now is we're gonna go for some setting powder so we can set our under eyes. So let's go down here and we're gonna grab this mattifying powder. This should be a good shade. Yep, we should be good. Throw that in there too. Oh yeah, guys, I almost forgot to mention the blush was $7.97 and our setting powder was $2.97. So now we're going to grab some mascara. It seems like I'm getting everything from e.l.f., but what can we do, guys? We're on a $50 budget, right? So I'm gonna grab this volumizing defining mascara in jet black. It's $2.97, so it should be good. Just gonna pick that up. Throw that in there too. All right, guys, so now we are going to grab some lipstick from Wet n Wild. Finally, something other than e.l.f. But yeah, they're super affordable, $157. So I'm gonna grab the shade right here. This looks really cute. I feel like it will go well with our blush.
Can I please have a customer experience associate once again?
So we're gonna grab this shade called Dark Wine. Now we're gonna grab some highlight, also from Wet n Wild. Theirs looks really nice. It's a beautiful golden shade. This should be good. It is $6.97, but you know, for the glow, we gotta invest, guys. A glow is worth it, so we'll dump that in there too. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some foundation, and I'm gonna go with the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation because they seem like they have a really good shade range. So I'm gonna go in with the shade, hold on, let me flip the camera 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with the shade 334, because this is my shade. I'm gonna grab that. Foundation, guys, was $12.96, so not bad. Okay, guys, so now I'm gonna grab some concealer. I'm gonna stick with Maybelline too. It's $10.96, but guys, we should invest in our concealer and foundations just because it's what we're putting on our face. So I'm gonna go with the shade medium. This should be a good highlight shade. Golden, I think, would be too dark. So yeah, we're gonna do medium. I'm gonna grab that. Dump it in the basket. So the last thing I need on my list is literally bronzer. Let's see if we can find one, because so far I'm struggling because they're all too light. I don't see anything in my shade, so we're gonna try our best and give this a second chance. This is my second time trying to find bronzer, so we'll see. All right, so my first stop for bronzer is Maybelline. Fingers crossed I can find a shade. It seems like the only area that they have bronzer is all the way down here, which is their master bronze. Okay, so this is the Maybelline bronzer that I was trying to show you guys. This lighting is a little bit better. This is the darkest shade, guys. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? And just the highlight. So, I mean, I could make the highlight and blush work, but this is gonna be nothing for me, which is a problem. So that is a no. And now we're at Rimmel, so let's see if we have some better luck. These are their bronzers. You guys can see. Okay. I think this one right here would be the darkest from their bronzers. And it is a shade dark. Wow, that was very specific. When we swatched a tester, it was still too light, so I don't think this is gonna work either. So Rimmel is a no as well, I guess. Now we are at Physicians Formula. Let's see if we can find a bronzer here. These are their bronzer shades. Let's see if this can focus. I don't think we can find a shade in here either, guys. No, this is not gonna do it. Okay, so this is the other bronzer. Let me see if I can get it under better light. You guys, I think that's better. I think this is too bright as well. What is this called? It's called light medium. The fact that your darkest bronzer is called light medium is a problem for me. Like, it's 2019. We can do so much better than this, guys. And then they have another bronzer here as well. And it's called Sun-Kissed Bronzer. But it's too bright as well. So that is a no. Okay guys, now we are at Annabelle. This is my last shot, I guess, or my second last brand before I give up completely on bronzer. So I'm gonna check right down here is where they keep their bronzers. Let me get my camera in order. This is their darkest shade, I've noticed, and it's called Biggie, or yeah, that's a pretty cute name. I mean, I love the packaging size. This would have been a great bronzer, but it's still too light, so I'm gonna have to say no to this again. Okay guys, so I'm at my last brand now for bronzer. It's Wet n Wild. Fingers crossed we can find a shade now. So now I'm gonna bring you guys all the way down. This is their bronzer section. Let's see what shades we got here. Nope, that will not be it. Nope, that is too light. And what is that? No. Okay guys, it looks like we have nothing from Wet n Wild as well. Alright guys, so I could not find not even one single bronzer on this journey, and at this point I'm just gonna give up. I can't find any shades from every single brand, which is a little nerve-wracking because I'm not even the deepest tone at all. So the fact that I can't find a bronzer is a little ridiculous and actually kind of sad because it's 2019, but okay. I don't know if it's just me guys, or maybe it's just a Walmart where I'm located at that doesn't have any shades. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are struggling to find any bronzers your shade as well, because I find this a little crazy for 2019 that I cannot, some of my skin tone cannot find a shade. So let me know guys, are you guys struggling finding your shade too, or like what's going on? Because I feel like these brands need to step it up a little bit. No shade, but just like a little advice, you know? $6.88 over the budget. I think that's still good though guys. I would still qualify that as 50 bucks. So we tried, minus bronzer. Imagine with bronzer our budget would be, you know, not it. So we're good. I think we're good. With that. Okay guys, so I got all my bags worth of makeup, so I will see you guys when I get home and we can create this look. Alright, so we're back. I'm back at home now. I cleaned all the makeup off my face so we can get into this look. I have my Walmart bag right here with all my goodies. So yeah, I'm gonna just start unpacking them right now. Alright, so the first thing on our list of products that we got, as you guys know, is the e.l.f. Gel Powder Brow Kit. This is in medium. I think this should be dark enough. Fingers crossed, it looks pretty dark. I'm just really upset that I couldn't afford a brow pencil because I don't do pomades. It's just because I like the control of a pencil. I just like what it does. It's so easy, it's so fast. The brow pomade was like $2, so it was pretty much a given. As long as I can get my brows filled in, that's all that matters. But yeah, I'm gonna zoom you guys in closer so we can really get into this look. It comes with a little brow brush, which is perfect. I'm just gonna pick up some of that pomade.
2,000 years later.
I had to grab another brush because that was just too tiny and stressful for me to do my brows with, so I'm just gonna try with this. Okay, so my brows are all filled in. What did I learn so far from this experience already and this experiment is that I still hate pomades. Period.
Like, period. Period.
They're the worst. Like, I just hate the look of them on my brows. Like, I try to finesse it a little bit more with the brow powder, But yeah, I'm gonna clean it up with some concealer. So I'm gonna go in with the same concealer that we got. It's the Maybelline Age Rewind. So I'm just gonna go ahead with that concealer and my...
Oh my God!
Holy ravioli. That concealer is really bright. I'm already failing at this challenge. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of that foundation and try to work it out, because that just... No, sis, that ain't it. I'm gonna try to make it work. Okay, round 2. There we go. That looks... that looks normal now. Oh my gosh. We were looking crazy at... Alright, so now it's time to go in with some eyeshadow. I couldn't get an eyeshadow base in the budget, but I'm just gonna go in with concealer, because you guys already know concealer and just setting it with a powder, it's the same thing as an eyeshadow base if you don't have it. So I'm gonna go in with that same concealer, but I'm also gonna mix it a little bit with that foundation, because the concealer I got is clearly way off. It's too bright. So I'm just gonna mix it a little bit, and then I'm gonna set my eyes with this Prime and Stay finishing powder, and it's in the shade Medium Light. It's also from e.l.f. e.l.f. was coming through with the products on a budget. They were saving my life with this challenge, okay? So I'm gonna go in with that. Okay, now that my eyes are all set, I'm actually really surprised, like the e.l.f. setting powder, I love how it set my eyes. Like, it looks really nice, but I guess the final test would be how it sets my under eyes. So I'm gonna wait to see how I feel about it. But anyways, now I'm gonna go in with some eyeshadow, aka I'm using a blush palette, because I'm gonna use it on my cheeks. So I was like, you know what? I can also use it as an eyeshadow. There you go, saving some money right there. Look at how beautiful, like, it's such a pretty blush palette. If you guys know me in my previous videos, you guys know that I said I don't like blush. Like, I've never been a blush person, but I'm coming around to it, and I want to try different things with my makeup. And I thought, you know what? Since we're going to keep this makeup look very simple and everyday, I could use a little bit of that flush of color in my cheeks. So I thought, you know what? Why not? And also I can use it as an eyeshadow, so 2 in 1. So I'm going to start off with this shade right here as my transition color. And now I'm going in with this shade right here, just in my crease. Okay, adding that other pink looks so good. I'm glad I did that. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with our lid shade, and I'm gonna take this shimmery shade right here and start packing that on my lid. Actually, pause that. I'm gonna clean up my lid. You guys know I always do this before I apply that shadow. You know what, guys? Actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna take my highlighter that I got from Wet n Wild. It's their Golden Flower Crown highlighter. I think I'm gonna take this and put it on my lid and kind of like fade that pink into the lid. If you guys get what I'm saying, I think that's gonna be such a cuter look. I love how I said this is gonna be a natural look, and now I'm talking about putting highlighter and blending it in and all this shenanigans. But honestly, every time I try to do a simple look, this is what happens. So I shouldn't even be surprised with myself at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with my Sigma E59 brush, and I'm just gonna pick up some of that highlight. So now I'm gonna go in with that same shadow that I used in our crease, and I'm just gonna start blending it in lightly. And this is my NYX number 17 brush, and I'm just gonna fade it into that gold highlighter color. So now I'm gonna go in with some foundation, and I'm gonna take the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation, and it's a full coverage foundation, and it's in the shade 344. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of that onto my Sigma 3D Beauty Blender, I guess. And I'm just gonna put 1 pump and start working that into my face. Now, the one thing I do have to tell you guys about this foundation is that it dries super fast. I would suggest starting off with one side of your face and then work into the other half, just because it will dry so fast by the time you even reach the other side. So if you're someone who just goes like dot, 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 and then starts blending in your foundation, like you just put it all over your face first, don't do that with this one. Just, you know, start with one side and you should be good. But the one thing I do like about it is that I don't really have to set my whole face after, because it just dries into my skin so perfectly without creasing. So now I'm gonna go back in with the concealer, and I'm gonna use that Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. But since I got the wrong shade, I'm gonna just do like little strokes of that concealer mixed with the foundation, if that makes sense. And I'll put like the foundation in between so that it's not too bright under my under eye. This looked so cute at first. I tried to do it like those Instagram tutorials, but yeah, now it just looks a hot mess. So I'm just gonna blend it away. But yeah, this should even it out and make it not too bright, hopefully. See, we were able to save that. Wrong shade where? Wrong concealer shade? That ain't no problem.
I think we need to move Lonzo.
That ain't no problem.
Huh?
That ain't no problem. Well,
I'm gonna go in with that e.l.f. powder that I told you guys about earlier. I'm just gonna set my under eyes with it. I could have gone with a more deeper powder, but that was the deepest they had, literally, which is a light medium, or maybe that's just the deepest they had at that location. But I'm just gonna blend it out with another brush just so that it's not as bright under the under eye. And once I go in with some bronzer, it won't be too bad anyways. So we should be able to make this work. Now, this is the point in my makeup routine that I would be doing bronzer. But as I said, I could not find a bronzer that was my shade, which I've honestly seen other beauty bloggers do drugstore videos and they found bronzer in their shade. So maybe it's just I couldn't find one at my Walmart. I don't know what it was, but I'm just gonna go in with my favorite Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Mahogany. This is gonna be the only product that's outside of this $50 challenge. I'm just gonna speed through this and get back to the rest of the makeup that's within the budget. Alright, so now it is time for some highlighter. I'm going in with Wet n Wild's Golden Flower highlighter, the same one I used on my lid. I'm gonna use it on my nose and on my cheeks. And I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 highlighting brush. Now I'm gonna go back in with that blush. I'm gonna use this shade right here. Guys, I actually like how that looks. Like, it's very subtle. Am I turning into a blush person? I think this palette just got me to become one. So now the next thing on the agenda is mascara. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Volumizing and Defining Mascara, and it is their jet black one. You know what, since I ain't got no lashes, let me go in with this lash curler. Let me see if it can work some magic. I'm desperate out here. So I'm just gonna go in with some of this mascara. I'm gonna go in with some lipstick as our final step, and I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild lipstick, and it's in the shade Dark Wine. Okay, one thing I don't like about the lipstick is that while I'm applying it, it's shaking in there. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's just shaking in there. It's like, it's making me nervous when I'm applying it, like it's just gonna break off. So this is the final look of our $50 Walmart challenge. I remember when I first started this, guys, I said it was gonna be natural, and then look at the end result. Natural wear, right? I still think this is beautiful. I think like every day to like go to work and stuff like that, this looks vibrant and you look put together, but it's still subtle. I guess it's actually the part without the lashes makes it the most subtle part, you know what I mean? So I guess in a way I'm kind of happy we didn't get lashes because it makes it more like everyday appropriate, more of a chiller vibe than too glam. I would have loved to have a bronzer as well, but it is what it is. I definitely have no shade towards any drugstore brands, but I feel like if someone my shade cannot find a bronzer in Walmart, like that's a little insane to me because I'm not even that deep of a skin tone. So no shade, just a little advice, you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like brands are starting to wake up in 2019. They're realizing that there is a market, even though they should have been realized this because like we all buy makeup, but I think they're really starting to cater towards women of color more in the beauty industry now. So there's definitely a shift and there's definitely growth happening, but we need like still some more growth. Even now, drugstore brands, you guys are a budgeted product, but you guys could still step it up just like how higher end brands are doing as well, you know? Like NYX right now is killing it for drugstore prices. So I feel like there's no excuses anymore in 2019 to not have shades for someone like me to find a bronzer. Or like even this face powder, the fact that the darkest shade is light medium and it looks like this is a little scary to me, you know what I mean? Not like I'm coming for e.l.f. or anything because e.l.f. saved me in this look, but that's just my little 2 cents on this thing. Like, I feel like diversity is definitely becoming more of a trend now, but it needs to not be like a trend, but just a general consideration because we all want to beat our face and we all want to look cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so much fun. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys would like me to do a full glam beat with just drugstore products. I'm talking about lashes, all of that good stuff. but only drugstore, because that would be fun to do, because I actually like was able to make a really beautiful look just with drugstore. So this video, I hope it actually shows you guys as well that you don't need to spend a lot in order to achieve a beautiful, effortless look. Of course, did it awaken me to the fact that I spent way too much on makeup because I couldn't even find anything that I wanted in a budget of $50. Just made me realize how much money I do spend on makeup, which is a little insane. But it also made me really happy at the fact that I can still achieve, you know, my favorite type of look or a really beautiful glam look under a budget if I ever needed to. So yeah, this was a fun experiment. I really enjoyed filming this video for you guys. Make sure you guys tell everyone to subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone to subscribe and join the squad. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention, we are so close to hitting 1K and I cannot wait. Like, make sure you guys tell everyone to subscribe so we can hit that milestone. We just hit 20K on Instagram, so if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you can find that in the description box below. Also, make sure to like, comment the whole gist of it, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, this is a jazzy fizzle.